We did it! We hit the 1 million signatures needed to get the Stop Destroying Videogames petition through to the European Union. This is momentous considering how far away we were just a couple of weeks back. But, and this but is rather large, there are 2 hidden checks that might still foil getting this petition through, and a reason to get more signatures even after those checks are met. I know we're just a small community on this channel, but with petitions like this, every vote we can get counts. Let's talk about why. The first hidden check is through human error. Some people might have mistakenly voted twice, or there might be people trying to cheat and add thousands of votes maliciously, either in support of the movement, thinking the means justify the ends, or as interference, thinking we might get lazy once the goal seems reached, and counting on their false votes getting thrown out and the whole petition with it. In the end, the reason for miscounts doesn't matter, and I like to believe that it will mostly be about mistakes, but in the end some votes will be invalid, and we need enough of a buffer to counter when that happens. This leads to the second hidden check. While we have, at the recording of this video, reached 1.1 billion votes, this isn't the only goal the petition needs to reach. It also has to reach a minimum threshold in at least 7 countries. These thresholds aren't huge, but it means that a petition can't go through if all 1.1 million people are German, French and Italian. You can see the thresholds on the list here. I mentioned the above countries as they are the largest EU members currently. 69,120 German people need to sign to make one of the 7 thresholds, whereas on the other end, only 4,320 Maltan people need to sign to count. It's unlikely that 1.1 million people won't reach at least 7 thresholds, but since we can't see the votes by country publicly, more votes makes us less vulnerable to random risk. And with all that said, the million votes are the minimum threshold required to be considered by the European Union. Once the initiative gets submitted on July 31st, Russ Scott will be meeting with the Citizens Initiative Commission and then have a public hearing in front of the European Parliament. He will stand there as one person present, but the Commission and the Parliament will be able to read how many voices he represents by seeing the amount of votes the initiative got. If we only barely made it across the finish line, they will take it seriously, but if we end at 2 or 3 million, that amount of support would be impossible to ignore or play down, even for people in the Parliament that might be unconvinced by a bare minimum petition. This initiative deserves enormous attention from everyone who wants to own rather than rent their video games, and so I believe that big or small, if you can reach out to a friend to sign together, make a video like me to your 600 subscribers, or post in whatever forum you're active in, that will make a difference. In the end, while big people like Moist, Hayes and Ludwig can get eyes on the topic, each of us need to take action on the small scale to actually get it through. So if you're a European that hasn't signed the petition yet, please use the link in the description to do so right now. Spend a couple of minutes on it while we read through the process this kind of petition will go through if successful. That should leave you about enough time to leave this video having made a difference and understanding what a petition like this can accomplish. If you live outside the EU, please leave some encouragement in the comments for the European petitioners. So first off, Ross has already gotten through the get started step and gotten the initiative registered. Right now we're on step 3, get support, where he needs to get the support of at least 1 million citizens and meet the required thresholds, which is done through the specific statement of support forms. Any petition has 6 months to do this, and this is the timer that's going to run out on July 31st. After this, we go on to step 4, get statements of support verified. This step is already guaranteed to happen as we believe we have passed the 1 million votes. Basically, Russ has to send out all the votes, what they call statements of support, to their corresponding countries to be verified. My statement, as an example, will be sent to the Danish government, who will check that I'm indeed a real person and that I only voted once. They will then send back a verified list with only the real votes on them. Should we still have at least 1 million votes at this point and meet the minimum threshold in 7 countries, Russ will get to go to step 5 and submit the initiative. He has to do this within 3 months, and the submission needs to include any information on support and funding that Stop Killing Games has received. If Russ successfully sends it in, we go to step 6, getting an answer. This is where the change can happen. Within 1 month, Russ will get to meet the representatives of the Commission to explain the issues of the initiative in detail. Within 3 months, he will get the chance to present it to the entire European Parliament. The Parliament might already take action at this step, but will more likely wait until the proposal from the Commission, which they write within 6 months of the submission. The proposal here will be detailed and published in all official European Union languages. The Commission will also meet with Ross again to explain its decision in detail. Parliament will likely take action or not based on the proposal from the Commission. Under what's next, we can see that the Commission's work includes public consultations, impact assessments and the like. The Parliament will need to adopt the proposal for it to become law, but may instead choose to take other measures rather than actually codifying it into law. Either way, this was a big undertaking, and the more support the action has, the more likely it will be to pass through all these chambers. And that sums it up. Did you get through your statement of support? Thank you, and great work. Let's celebrate this win and take it even further. Cheers, gamers.